Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so I need to do the Leo full moon, which is also the wolf full moon, and then going into Mercury retrograde for the water signs. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Um, if you see this after this has happened, which the full moon was on January 28th of 2021, and Mercury retrograde will start on the 30th, January 30th of 2021. If you see this and it's already happened, it doesn't matter. You can still watch it because the energies are still around. Okay? So, and if you come across this video and for whatever reason you feel like doing it, you can still watch it. It doesn't have to be this time and point. Okay? So, I'm just going to explain what's going on. The Leo full moon. So, a Leo kind of has like drama setting things. They're comfortable with being the center of attention, very confident, very ambitious, very, whatever. So, sorry. Anyways, the wolf full moon, the reason why it is called the wolf full moon is because around this time when, the people, whatever it was, I don't think it was the Egyptians. It was like what are those people called? Like the Aztecs. I don't even think they did either. Doesn't matter. I'll look it up and I'll know for next time. At the time when whoever was making up the zodiacs, when they made this full moon a name, it was the wolf full moon, because at this time is when you would hear the wolves howl as much as they did. The reason why is because it's wintertime, and there was no food. So with this full moon, it's not like you're not going to have food, but like just think of the deprived feeling and the anxiety and like the scarcity. Like try to control that, because if you're aware of it already and you're already self-aware of what you are thinking that you are in lack of, that is not going to help at all, especially with law of attraction. So keep your vibrations high as possible. Do not have any fears or let your insecurities come up, and with it being a full moon in Leo, it will intensify it even more. Whatever you were either purposely or rather consciously or subconsciously setting intentions around the new moon, which is when we set our intentions out for until like the full moon, which is like the completion of it, and then the waning moon comes in and it gets smaller and whatever, and it goes around. So pretty much whatever was going on near the new moon, which was like November 14th, November 15th, I still have not looked it up. Whatever you were dealing with around that time is going to kind of be the peak period, and the completion of what it was around now. That's what it's kind of going to center around. So really try to, and it's a time to release whatever does not serve you anymore. If it's a certain thinking pattern, if it's a certain person, if it's a certain habit, if it's a certain situation, like anything that does not serve you anymore, and holds you back from moving on into your purpose. So that's that. So do some moon baths, do some release rituals if you're into all that. What was the other thing? It's just release, rejuvenate, and recover, reflect. That's the time to do it now. So with that going on, 2 days later, we get the effects of Mercury retrograde coming. So in a full moon, it's like from the new moon, you put out your intentions, then the full moon comes into completion, and then that's when you start launching new ideas and new projects and new beginnings of whatever. So it's like, it tells you, okay, the full moon is complete. Now it's time to set new intentions and create new things so we can keep going, So that's what the full moon like tells you until it comes back into the quarter or full or new or waning or whatever the one is. I'm not even saying a specific one. I'm just naming all the fucking some of the cycles of the moon. But it's the cycles are how you go by manifesting, if you want to learn anything about that. So what was I saying? Oh, so it's like when we have a full moon, we're being told to do all that and start new things. But then when you have Mercury retrograde come in, it's telling you kind of not to. It's telling you not to start new things, not to start a new relationship, not to have new beginnings, don't start a new business, okay? If you do start a new relationship, it does not mean that it is going to fail, okay? Mercury retrograde is also for bringing up unresolved issues, more so people than situations. A lot of it is your exes, unsolved situations with that has not been healed, or you think has been healed, but it has not. That is another thing that is going on, is we're being tested on things that we think that we have healed, and pretty much you're either going to open up that scab again and go through all that crap, or you're going to let that scab go away. It's all up to you on how you handle the situation when it comes up. Try to notice the trigger though, so you know, oh, okay, this is what I need to heal. This is what I need to work on. So you're not going through fucking hell the whole time, because somebody or something is going to come back that is specifically there to test you, okay? And it could be a new person that triggers you like somebody else did, or it can be that same person, because again, we are doing unresolved issues with other people as well, in other situations. So Mercury retrograde pretty much is when Mercury goes backwards. All right. So Mercury is about communication, ideas, thoughts, conversations, stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff is going to be miscommunicated, misunderstood, said wrong, a lot of that stuff. And a lot of the readings have had stuff with communication. Communication obviously has seemed like, which it kind of always does, because people don't want to open up, which is fine. People think that being vulnerable is a weak thing rather than looking at it as a brave thing, because you're putting yourself out there knowing that you could get hurt, okay? And you're speaking your truth. So you're actually being brave and have confidence rather than being weak and showing your feelings and speaking your truth and saying how you really feel about anything. If a person's hurting you, instead of just being like, oh no, everything's okay. No, that person's hurting you. Tell them. If they don't like it, and then they weren't meant for you in the first place. If they can't understand and change or do something, they weren't meant for you in the first place. And if they are, they will come back. Okay, but it could be a lesson for that person and you to separate for a certain amount of time, so you guys can go off on your own paths, learn the other lessons that need to add to lessons to come back together. Okay, there's so many different things. So yeah, Mercury retrograde. So also, if it's like something like you need a quick hustle in order to pay bills on a fast notice or whatever, you could start that during Mercury retrograde, and then after Mercury retrograde is over, it could kind of just go away. Like you don't have any more business and the hustle kind of like just died out, stuff like that. Check your electronics, check your appliances, make sure that they're up to date and they're not broken or have anything wrong with them. And do not sign any contracts if you can at this time until Mercury goes direct. Mercury retrograde usually is about 2 weeks long. So let's start the reading. Okay, so going over, looking at it, it has a lot of thinking, a lot of isolating, a lot of being in your own mind, but trying to process things of kind of like what you want, what you're looking for. If you're in a situation, is this really what I want? If you have a person, is this person I really want? Being logical about things. Water signs obviously are very, very emotional, so sometimes they need to be more logical, but because they have so much emotion, they can have that emotion but be logical in certain situations, and depending on how much of emotion they put towards the situation, feel about the situation, or how emotionally regulated and disciplined they are. It's a lot of thinking about being alone, not in a bad way, like, oh my God, I'm scared to be alone. It's more like, I want to be alone, or I want to be alone so I can think about what it is that I want to do. Okay? So something could have happened, or something is going on now, and it's bringing you into stillness. Okay? Again, when you're kind of wanting to reflect and have that introspection, whatever, you know what I'm saying. This happens to me in every reading. I don't even care it's who I am, whatever. That too. So it's like you're in this stillness, right? During this stillness, you shapeshift like the clouds. Okay, shapeshifting is, you can either look at it in a bad way or you can look at it in a good way, okay? So shapeshifting is, you can either be whatever somebody wants you to be. Like, you could be a horrible person, right? And then you see somebody, but they don't know that you're a horrible person. So you tell them what they want to hear. You show them who they think, what they think you are. And it doesn't need to be necessarily in a narcissistical way, but it kind of is at the same time. Depending on what the reasoning for the mask is and why you have to do that. Also, but in the stillness and the shape-shifting, it's kind of like you're changing perspective, or you're changing your inner self, or you're changing what it is that you want, like finding out what it is and changing that situation into what it is you want. Like, you're changing, you're evolving, you're growing, okay? So we're going to come to synergy, which is Green Man. Just to let you know, if you are into paganism, like Wicca, witchcraft, whatever, and deities and stuff like that, there is a Green Man person in there, if you want to look into that as well. Synergy is when two forces come together and make one powerful one. So this could be you, or this could be a relationship, and the only reason why I say that is because we have the King and Queen of Swords, and they are looking at each other. So I'm going to go by a relationship, but you know better than me. So I feel like you were in the stillness. You could have had a relationship before that you were healing from, because we do have the healing card too. That brings recognition and fulfillment and whatever. So while you were in a stillness, you evolved and you changed and you grew into knowing what it was you wanted, and put yourself to that. There could have been a person or an energy from yourself that came together to bring that spring equinox of a rebirth. Now, the next season is spring, okay? Or it's spring now. I don't think it's spring now. So something specific could be happening in spring. You could be in the synergy energy right now, and then in the spring you're gonna have it has a bunny. Oh, my baby bunny, my baby buns. Oh, look at the bunny. Oh. Anyways, yeah. When the spring comes, maybe there's a birth or rebirth of yourself or a relationship that the synergy did come from. Because we had communion after the rebirth, which is pretty much like two people are coming together, having that really spiritual conversation and throwing ideas out, and mental, ideas are kind of how their mind works in order to come together in a spiritual connection. So we do have the King and Queen. So this could be a power couple. Also, the reading could be about how their relationship is supposed to be a spiritual lesson, or it's never always a spiritual lesson, a spiritual relationship that maybe is not right now, but it's kind of telling you like it's supposed to be, like it's part of your path, it's part of your karma, so it's saying in your stillness you change and evolved, you came together with somebody in the spring, or just from them, it was a rebirth, and now you guys are, the rebirth, I think, is when you guys actually become that spiritual couple that you're supposed to be, and meet eye to eye, because they're backwards, and they're looking at each other. So it's like they're not meeting eye to eye. So it's like that communion is not yet. The rebirth needs to happen for the communion to happen, so you guys can get closer and be able to share and tell each other and have that conversation about, you know, your real inner self, your mental capacity of, you know, how you have boundaries, inspiration, dreams, you know, just stuff like that, emotions and spirituality. So we're starting off with Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands, Temperance, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of reversals, just to let you know. Nine of Wands in reverse, the Sun, which is awesome that it's not, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, which is a Gemini energy, just in case, Queen of Swords, which is a Libra energy, just in case, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and that is Virgo energy, right? Yes. The Empress in reverse, the Star, which is Aquarian energy, and we are in the Aquarius age right now, so that really pops out with healing and wish fulfillments happening. Ten of Cups, and it's cool how it has that, and then also that. You'll see. The last 5 cards are amazing. So it might sound bad in the beginning, but believe me, it ends really good, okay? Really good. So the Star, again. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands, and King of Wands, which is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with one of those signs, okay? So, and there's a lot of swords, a lot of cups. Actually, there's a good mix of every element, which does bring stability and balance, and, you know, if their Lover's card was here, it would be like masculine and feminine duality, balance of the two, and that's good. But you do have Temperance, and that's good too. So, okay, let's get started. Ace of Pentacles. So pretty much there was supposed to be a beginning, or no. There was either supposed to be, for some people, there was either supposed to be a new beginning and it didn't happen. But I feel like this new beginning did happen. It just wasn't the way you wanted it, okay? So Ace of Pentacles, it's like you got into a relationship with somebody that, you know, you were really close to, or it could have not even been that close, but it was supposed to happen for the spiritual connection to work in order for you guys to do your path together. But like I said, I feel like there was a new beginning and it just didn't go the way it's planned, or you feel like it isn't now. It's like you were looking for something, you ended up getting it, but it's not what you were looking for. So now you're kind of like looking out the window, like daydreaming, like thinking like, is this what I want, right? And that's when Temperance come in, because if you look, it's like he's balancing out, like, what is it, the sun and the moon? Yeah, the sun and the moon. Patience and really looking at things. This is somebody that has gone through a spiritual journey, learned a lot of lessons, and the Queen of Pentacles is kind of the same way. Like, they're enlightened, okay? They are enlightened in a way where they want the communion with somebody. They want somebody to be on that kind of level. this, whatever it is just not working out with the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this is abundance, this is having it all, okay, and it's just like not happening. This is family coming together, or making a family, a stable relationship as a family. Again, this apparently is not a stable relationship, because Pentacles is stability, and it's backwards. And then we have the whole relationship kind of thing. So it's like, you want to celebrate, okay? But it's just not happening. So you're kind of like looking at it like, is this really what I want? Because you want the sun, you want the happiness, you want the celebration and the fun and the creativity and, you know, those good times, like going out and partying, and not like that, just like in a fun fiesta kind of way. Like, that's what she looks like she's doing, like just having fun together, having that kind of life that brings you happiness and joy, you know what I mean? Like that new beginning of creativity, ambition, like new ideas, new journeys together, you know, but you're not having it. So you're kind of like looking and seeing like, is this really what I want? Because I've came so far and I've been enlightened so much. It's like, I want something that's going to give me everything that I want, like everything, all of abundance for everything. What did I just say? All for, wow, I can't even think of what I just said. You just want it all. You know what I mean? And it's just not happening. So, yeah. So you're looking, again, I lost my train of thought. So you're looking and thinking, is this the, you know, the path that I want to take, and keep moving forward, because you want to find your happiness. You want to have that celebration, and you want to have that spiritual and material abundance, you know, satisfaction, kind of energy where like you're good. Like, you don't really need anything else, but if something came up, like that would be awesome, which after is the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like leading you to wish fulfillment. It's like, okay, like you're right there. So it's like, that's what you want. Like, you've worked so hard for it, right? So you deserve all the abundance in the world. Everybody does, but you know what I mean? So we have this power couple, all right? Or it's a karmic, depending on the situation. But we do have family over here, and there's a lot of family in here, like with the Pentacles and stuff like that. This is family, you know, whatever. So we have, does it show? We have this Queen and King of Swords. And Swords, again, is air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. These are Gemini and Libra. So there's no balance. There's no communication. There's not honesty, and not in a way where they're cheating on each other and not being loyal. It's more like they're masking. They're not saying how they truly feel. They're not saying what they actually need in their relationship in order for it to work. Okay? So there's a lot of like, it's not in balance. It's unstable. There's no balance in the situation. So it's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of victim kind of energy, where you're kind of like pitting yourself and having you look like the victim. Kind of like, there's nothing I can do about this situation. There's fear, but it's just anxiety, fears. You know what I mean? And you're not getting yourself grounded in order to get out of that situation. Like, you need to protect yourself and your energy away from all the bullshit and ground yourself and stay away from it so you can be clear-minded, because you're not letting yourself. Now you're having sleepless nights. Now you're having paranoia, the fear, the anxiety. But this is also a card of, oh my God. This is also a card of being able to have a chance to change and to have the courage to move on, right? Because you're getting no rest. You need the rest. You need to rest and clear your mind. And once we rest, we get ourselves out of the alignment of the negative thoughts that we were thinking before we went to bed. It's kind of like it clears and we have a new day. But if you wake up and you're thinking about the same shit and like all bad things, like you're just gonna keep doing it all day. It's like in the morning when you wake up, set your intentions, thank the universe for waking up again, like say things that you're grateful for, pray before you hit your feet on the ground. Shit is real. Just get in that Queen of Pentacles energy, that motherly, nurturing, very intuitive. This is Virgo. Virgo is about purity in a way of, how do I say it? Not like virginity wise. It's like in a metaphysical way. Okay. But the Queen of Pentacles, like she wants to take all of the lessons that she's learned and go on a quest. Like she wants to learn more things, but she also wants to use all the lessons that she's learned in a new journey, And the Empress card brings us, it's still in reverse. So it's like that new beginning, that creation, again, fertility, things like that. So you come from the purity to the fertility and the new beginning, the new creation, the motherly, again, intuitive, loving, giving, like amazing woman or man. Okay. There needs to be healing. And the healing brings the wish fulfillment of what it is you want. Your 10 of Cups. Beautiful energy, family, love, compassion, fulfillment. 9 of Cups is pretty much, you got this. Like, they gave you the 10 of Cups before the 9 of Cups. So it's kind of like, okay, I gave you your wish fulfillment of your 10 of Cups. It's either you're going to go down and appreciate it, right? Because this is like right there from getting your 10 of Cups. But you're getting your 10 of Cups before your 9. So it's like, are you going to still stay in that state of appreciation and family and everything that it is that you wanted? Or, you know what I mean? And be recognized for it as the King of Wands. Again, Leo energy. So it really is a beautiful reading, because you start off with like, you wanted something, it didn't work out, you thought about if it was something that you really wanted, because you had changed and you want to go on a spiritual journey from using your enlightenment, but you're not having it. You want the celebration. You're still looking to see where your happiness lies, because you're satisfied with where you are, your spiritual and material world, okay? But you're not meeting eye to eye with a person, and there's no balance. It's bringing fear, anxiety, paranoia, sleepless nights, and there's no grounding in this situation, and you need sleep. Because you're not in your Queen of Pentacles energy, which is the energy of wanting to use those lessons that you have learned and move on to new lessons and new spiritual experiences. And you want to do it with somebody because we had the communion, right? And that rebirth. So it's like, this is Empress, right? That is rebirth. Or fertility, birth, whatever. But it's not happening. So it's like, you got your wish fulfillment. It's like the universe kind of was like, okay, we need to help you because you're not getting it. So let's give you healing, your wish fulfillment, right? And let's see if you keep it, be recognized for it, and stay in that energy. Or are you going to fucking bail and pretty much fear and push away and resist what we're trying to give you? Everything that you've asked for. 10 of Cups before the 9, recognized King of Wands. This is beautiful. It's going to be hard in the beginning, unless you're going through it now, but it's beautiful energy. But stay out of the lack mentality, especially of lack of money, scarcity, like just lack in general. Stay out of a victim mode if, if there's fighting. Obviously there's gonna be not meeting eye to eye, especially if you're not expressing how you really feel and what it is that gives you that happiness that you're obviously not having if you're still looking for something because you want that everything. I can't remember what it was I said. All for all, whatever. You want all of it. Whatever. I said it once already, and that's what I meant. But you want all of it. Everything. You know what I mean? And you're not getting fulfilled of it. So it's like, just get some rest, though, okay? Because you're not going to be able to you're not going to have your wish fulfillment given to you unless you're rested, okay? Because you need to clear that shit that's in your mind, the negativity, the fear, the scarcity, the lack, and get that courage to know, like, this is what I want. I can change this. I can, you know what I mean? It could also be an unbalance of somebody feels, I don't want to say worthier than the other, but see, because we have religious factors, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And then we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. This is why I say the worth thing. Somebody could be because then we also have unrequited love, right? There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It's like, because of the control issues, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally, because there's fear and there is kind of a pushing of, resistance between these two people. It's kind of like, if you're trying to heal from family issues, usually it's from your childhood. You do get that unworthy, needing to be accepted kind of thing, and religious factors can also have something to do with that. So that's why I feel like that is together. Let go of control issues. We know what that means. Just stop. That is fear. It's a type of fear, but the way things are going, it's like there's not enough to keep this relationship going unless you end up resting and having that clarity and knowing what it is you want. And it obviously is something of a family type deal. It might not look the way you wanted it, but that doesn't mean that as a power couple, it won't get there. But you have to enjoy the journey, right? Enjoy the journey. Unfold naturally. But it is hard when somebody else does not feel as good as you do or does not think that they deserve something. And this is a big thing. You can be with somebody and show them the world like an addict, okay? You can show them how much you love them. They're not going to change for you. Is that where I was going with this? They still might not feel worthy from you. They need the acceptance from their family, their parents, whatever it is that they lack, okay? And that lack that you're thinking of could be a mirror of their lack of the acceptance with their parents, their family, whatever, okay? Which is bringing unrequited love, which is affecting your guys' relationship, okay? So healing the family issues and religious factors. If one of you is more spiritual or religious than the other, it could also have something to do with it. If your family does not accept this person because of your religious factors, that could have something to do with it too. But it does have a time for healing, right? This is wish fulfillment and also a time for healing. So it's like after you did the healing, you got the 10 of Cups. Because after we have a time for healing, it says the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is also a full moon. And then a new romantic cycle begins, which is Libra. And I'm just going to say this for the hell of it. The Queen of Swords is Libra energy, which is about balancing, but obviously we're not balanced, but it gets there if you let it go naturally, right? It will get there. You will step into your power of the King of Wands. Yes, Leo energy, strong energy. And it could be even more intensified if you take advantage of this energy because it's a Leo full moon. That's huge. Huge. Take advantage of these energies. Don't hate on them. Use them to your advantage, okay? Like this. There is a chance to take hold of the reins, whatever. Take hold of your life and get your power back and get your shit together and step into your power again and be recognized for it. Are you going to jump? Or are you going to jump back? Time for healing. Okay, so here we go. So messages from the angels. Seraphina, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. See what I mean? And she is holding a baby, by the way. But that could just be family, you know. Francesca, what do you desire right now? See? That's what he's thinking about. Is this the voyage I want to take? He wants to take those lessons and use it to his advantage to go on a new journey. And this is what he's trying to do with this person. But you gotta heal. And this is healing kind of both of you. Like, you know what I mean? Because of the family issues, you know, it's going to be hard to make a family together when somebody has those kind of issues. So if they rely on the acceptance from one of their parents or family members, I'm assuming it's parent, that's usually the case, if they're trying to find that acceptance within them and they're using to find their worth within their acceptance with their parents, that's going to be hard to have this family with this person, you know, because nothing that you do is going to show them their worth because you're not the one that they want it from. And they probably already know that you love them, so they're kind of like, yeah, you know, like, okay. So, but that's the spiritual meaning of the relationship. It's a power couple. It's a power relationship. It's a power couple. You just need to see eye to eye. So what is it you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. Okay. Law of attraction. What is it that's blocking you as well? What is it that you need to release? All right. Isabella. Sorry. Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. See? There's doves too. Love doves. And there's two. So it's like boy, girl, husband, wife, husband, wife, wife. You know what I mean? There's two. Two love doves. There's a partridge and a pear tree. No. Is there doves? 5. Why am I singing? Ooh, I want to know now. Like, put it in the comments. Is there, or I'm going to end up singing it after and being like, oh, okay, it does or it doesn't. Because I'm not going to sit here and fucking sing it in my head and just, no, we're not doing that. Okay, so messages from the universe. I love myself. I make myself laugh on a daily basis by myself. If you can do that, laughter therapy, you're golden. I keep saying that. And there's a stream of love supporting my dreams. So yes, don't have the negativity. Believe in yourself. Believe in what it is you want and you will get it. Whatever you ask, it says yes. That is also a ask and the answer is yes. Ask and the answer is yes for the fulfillment. Your wish come true. Happiness is my birthright. So enjoy the journey instead of pushing it into how you want it to end up, the outcome and all that. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the lessons, okay? And you already are trying to do that. So stop having the fear if it's not going the way you want it. But at least you do have the courage to change and look at it from there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Flip that Empress over. Dude, because this is beautiful. 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 I can't even hold it because there's so much beauty. It's beautiful. Beautiful energy. Damn. Like, I'm doing this reading, right? And I'm like, I kind of want to renege it because it looks so bad. But you can't do that. Like, you can't. And sometimes Spirit will either say reshuffle or, you know, because I put my cards a certain, like, I have them side up, okay? So when they come out reverse, it's like I want to use them as a reverse because obviously there's a reason. But if I'm flipping them over and they're already in that direction, like, it's kind of like I'm already kind of like just flipping over reversals, but then you will have an upright and you're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Because like I had all these, you know what I mean? Like all down, but then you get the freaking sun, which is the most, is like it's the happiest card in tarot, but then you have like, you know, happy cards after that. So it's like, okay, you never renege. You do what Spirit tells you to do. So yeah, beautiful energy. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Heal together. Help with those healing, okay, with the family issues and not being able to be truthful because of the fear, you know. I feel like if one of you do, the other one will, especially if you're, actually I'm not going to say that, but I feel like if you're a man doing it to a girl, it's just not going to say that because I know myself and that's not true. Okay. The presence of love will always cast out fear. See? I am a spirit having a human experience and I am here to get closer to love. Exactly. You're getting it. But are you going to stay with it? Are you going to get that recognition and that, how do I say it? Like the king, the emperor energy. Like you're like the man or the woman and your partner knows it. They know. It's like, what's that called? Cross me. Anything you need, you call me. Don't worry about your this, my seed. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. Yeah, cross me from Ed Sheeran. It's like, they know. They know. You got them. And of course, we have the universe has my back. Okay, so water signs, I hope that these energies help you through. Oh, yeah. Justice is in every single, mostly every single hasn't in this one, but certain cards that end up with, you know, this end up becoming, you know, justified and you feeling justice. But this was in a different deck when I was shuffling and I had all justice and for the actual legit Mercury, Leo, full moon reading, just that without the elements involved, there was a justice and a justice, okay? So if you feel unjustified or you feel like you need justice, just call upon Archangel Raguel and ask him or set intentions out, you know? Because sometimes we don't get justice. We don't get the justice that we want or need in order to not be stuck, you know? So you have to have peace, make peace within yourself and justify yourself. You know, like I'm a person that will try to get justice for other people because I know what it's like not to get justice. Yeah. So it says fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs.